Hey, Christine. How are you? Hi, Michael. Here I am with this lotion again. I'm good too. I got my refresher. I'm happy. I didn't get a refresher yesterday. I don't know why. Hi, Kimmy. I always feel like I'm saying your name wrong. I feel like you told me something different before for some reason. Dunja? Is it Dunja? Did I say that right? This lotion smells so good. It's pomegranate. It's just pomegranate, but it smells so good. It smells like perfume. Like it's got just a nice smell. I don't know what my car just did. I just turned my air on and it did like a jump. Marta. Yes. I'm not kidding, Marta. I actually thought Marta for a second, but I'm like, I always call you Kimmy. Is that not how you say it? I mean, I'm pronouncing it right though, right? Dunja, am I? It's, you know what? Is this just fall? Like, it's been so cloudy. Like yesterday was sunny, or was it the day before yesterday? I'm talking like 5-6 days of just cloudiness and rain here. One semi-nice day, not a full nice day, but it's like, I'm like, maybe this is just fall. So it's 67 degrees here, but it's like cloudy. It's been cloudy for days. All I'm thinking in my mind is I got to get to the tanning salon soon because I can't get out. All I need is like, I just want like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the sunshine just to like keep my color. Like I don't like when I start to get real pale because I feel so washed out. So that's my only concern. I don't care whether it's cloudy or not. That doesn't affect my mood at all. It just affects my skin. So if it's like, you know, once it starts to get cold, then I'm like, all right, time to start to go like tanning, you know, like I'll go like once a week or something. Not even that. I don't even do once a week. But I don't like to get to the point where I don't burn, like I don't get sunburn. So I don't want to get to that point, right? So like, it's like, all right, make up your mind. Are we going to get some nice days here or should I go back to the tanning salon? Hi, Linda. What is the meaning of making the best of now? That is the meaning. That is the meaning, JM. You're literally making the best of this moment, right? This is what it means, okay? If you want me to explain it on a deeper level, it's knowing that what you want is done, right? Everything you're asking for and more is done in the best way possible. But you really want to take your attention away from that. You never want to do anything to manifest those things. And you really want to take your attention away from them as much as possible because this moment is making you magnetic for those things by making the best of this moment. Literally, that's all it is because there only is this moment, right? The more that you make the best of this moment, JM, when you're not feeling good, you're literally just staying calm. When you're staying calm and quiet and you're relaxing your body, you're breaking through fear-based belief systems. They're breaking down, right? They're breaking down. So I'm going to make the best of this moment, right? What am I going to do right now? I'm deciding to get in the car and go get my drink. I'm going to go get my refresher and do a live with you guys. That's me making the best of this moment. Let's say I feel a little off, right? I feel a little unsettled in this moment. All good. I'm just going to relax my body, reconnect, feel better, because I know that that's just a fear-based belief system. You know, it doesn't serve me anymore. and then you're redirected to doing something in this moment. But that's literally all you're doing. That's making you magnetic for your manifestations. Not doing anything to get them. You want to get out of a cycle of ever having to do anything to get something. Everything's already here and now. You're unlimited, and life's supposed to be fun. Life's supposed to be easy. But life is going to continuously be lifing. Like, you're always going to be lifing. You're always going to be living. You don't want to always be like yearning for things, right, JM and guys? You want to get to a place where just life's always getting better. So your current reality will get better, but that's also drawing your manifestations to you as well, guys. It's going to be natural. It's going to be effortless. Do you know what I mean? Like, you really don't want to be yearning for things outside of you or chasing things. You want to settle yourself down into this moment and keep doing that only practice. How do I recover from getting scammed and disappointed? Well, that's a fear-based belief system, Rita. It's knowing what you know now. Nobody can affect you or hurt you. That's a limiting belief. To even think that you could get scammed is a limiting belief, right? The more you practice non-reaction, Rita, you will never get scammed again. You will never, ever, ever, because you have to understand this. You are a belief system. That's all. That's how you're having your experience right now, guys. How you're having this physical experience, how you're able to have it is through your belief systems. But it's only you and your belief system. So that's why you draw those types of situations into your life, those circumstances into your life, those stories into your life, because you think that you can get scammed. So that's why that happens. But the more you even think about that, you get calm and relaxed. You're releasing that fear-based belief system, right? So that's the only way you can have this physical experience is through your belief systems, plain and simple. That's it. That's why we draw experiences to us that if they feel good, they're for us. If they don't serve us. And we just get calm and relaxed. And it's that simple. Hi, Bloom. Hi, Claudia. Everything is working for you once you understand this information. Once you understand that now you're moving towards your best life and your manifestations in the best way possible, now you know everything's working for you. Nothing's against you. It's all helping you practice non-reaction. That's all it's doing. It's helping you live in the moment. It's helping you live in this moment, make the best of this moment, and know that this moment is always going to get better. It's very simple. It's about this moment, making the best of this moment, and then this moment gets better. And that's it. That's how you live your best life, right? And that's in regards to manifestations and just anything and everything in general. Hey, Linda. Did I say hi to you yet? Does that make sense, Rita? So if you're not feeling good, it's just a limiting belief. I'm just going to relax. I'm going to get calm. I'm going to keep that to myself. Quiet, calm, soften my body. I don't have to be perfect, just semi-settled. I love that. And I love telling people that. Semi-settled is enough. You don't have to be perfectly calm. No. I was never perfectly calm breaking through limiting beliefs, but it always went my way. Semi-settled, you get better at it. Semi-settled is enough to keep you moving in the right direction. So just soften your body, relax your body. Even if you're a little shaky, it's all good. You're still moving in the right direction. You're still breaking through a limiting belief, a program, right? You're still breaking through that. Calm yourself down, and that's fine. You'll be moving forward. And that's the practice. Always and forever. It'll get easier. You'll get better at it, and you'll be on the other side of things. Hi, Brenda. Semi-settled would be like this, Huns. Semi-settled would be if you're worrying about anything at all, and anything at all is upsetting you in that moment, and you just soften your body, you just relax your body, but you still have a little bit of anxiety in your stomach, you're still semi-settled. If you still have a story playing out in your mind that's bothering you, but you're relaxing your body still, but it doesn't feel good, you're still semi-settled. You have to just relax your body. Make it a habit to relax your body, right? You don't have to be perfect. It still may not feel good, and you still may have a little anxiety in your stomach, but that's still you moving forward. That's what semi-settled looks like, but you got to practice it for a little bit. You got to practice it, and you got to watch things work in your favor still. You got to see, oh wait, it is still working in my favor. I'm not perfectly calm right now, but I'm staying quiet. I'm not speaking about it. I'm not venting, right? I'm keeping it to myself. I'm internalizing it, even though it doesn't feel good. And I'm just softening my body as much as I can. As much as I can relax. That's semi-settled. Does that make sense? Hi, Emma. So if you get agitated easy, you just practice calmness in those moments. You use things that make you agitated, that cause you to just get angry and aggravated so easily to calm yourself down. You start becoming more aware of those moments. You're like, oh, no, we're not going to go there this time. I'm going to stay calm this time. And the more you do that, like I said, things start to work better in your life. Things get better in your life, right? So just use those moments to help you practice this and as reminders. If you want to, right? This is just if that's something you want to get out of. If you want to stop being so triggered all the time and reactive all the time, this is where these practices will help you. But just know that it does take practice, right? It takes practice. You're using everything in your reality to do it. It's like I said, it's about, it doesn't matter what the story is. It's all serving you. It doesn't matter what's happening in this moment. It's all serving you, because what's underneath the story is the belief system that's making the story happen, right? The belief system's making the story happen. So you only have to get calm and relaxed to release that belief system so you can move towards better ones. So obviously that doesn't feel good. So that would be a belief system within you, right? So stay calm and quiet and relax, and you'll release that fear-based belief system. This would be my thing though. Whenever if you keep attracting partners like this, and you're going from relationship to relationship, and you're having the same story happening, you're not doing the work. You have to focus on you and feel good on your own, because otherwise you're basically just, like I said, energy. You can't. You're just going to keep moving from thing to thing until you stop and go within and reflect and release those limiting beliefs. But if you keep moving from person to person and have the same experience over and over again, you're not doing the work, which is really just focusing on yourself and feeling good on your own and filling up your own cup and doing those types of practices, right? Does that make sense? So that would be my suggestion, is to stop dating. Take a break. Focus on you. You know, the same thing with the jobs. When we go from job to job, we just keep manifesting the same types of scenarios in those jobs, people, places, and things, because we're not stopping to stay calm and quiet when something doesn't feel good, right? This is why meditation is so helpful in the beginning, and doing practices to slow down your energy, to slow the momentum down, because you're going to become more sensitive to when you don't feel good. Because for the most part, we're so hypnotized, we're so programmed that we don't even know what feels good and what doesn't, right? In the beginning, we're like, you're getting so involved into drama, and you almost think that that's part of life, that feels good to you. So you want to meditate. You want to start out with like a little meditation practice every day. You want to take your time. You want to move slower. You want to breathe slower. Maybe add some breath work in the beginning. Do those types of practices to make you more sensitive to how you feel. You want to know what feels bad and what doesn't feel bad, right? What feels good and what feels bad. So you can start being like, oh, that doesn't feel good. Time to get calm. Wait a minute. I'm not really interested in this drama gossip anymore. I'm not interested in this news stuff anymore. This does not vibe with me anymore. And you'll be able to release a lot of those things. So again, I would say, nope, I'm going to focus on myself. When it comes to if you want to have a healthy, if that's something you want, I want a healthy, amazing relationship, forever person that I can grow and expand with. Gotta focus on you. Take a break from dating, or else you're going to keep manifesting the same thing over and over again. Focus on you. Feel good on your own. Fill up your own cup. Be your own source of happiness, right? Give yourself those things so someone else can give you those things in return. But again, even another thing, is your name Ayla? Ayla, am I going to say that right? Always remember this, guys. Like, this is why these practices are so powerful, because, like, okay, you manifest this relationship, you want to continue to grow and expand with that relationship, right? You don't want to ever need this person to be a certain way for you to feel good. You want to always be able to feel good on your own. That's what creates a healthy relationship, right? And that goes for everything. That's why non-reaction, again, is so powerful, because people always ask me this question. Does this mean that, I can't get excited? People always ask me that. Of course, you can experience all your emotions, but you need to be able to regulate yourself also. You need to not get dependent on those things, because then it becomes conditional again, right? So that goes for everything. That's what these practices are helping you do. That's why everything is serving you. Everything's serving you, right? If anything ever feels off, it's always a limiting belief, always. So it's time to settle myself down, relax, so I can release that and move forward. You just get better at it, and you get better at understanding. So you are where you are in understanding this. You'll understand it more that you start bringing good things that are more in alignment with you into your life. You'll understand what I'm saying when I say about excitement and not depending on things to be your excitement. You're always living your best life, right? You're not depending on things to make you feel better. You're not, it's like trying to get these things to make me feel better, right? How do you deal with other people's negativity? You have to understand that they're just a reflection of what's inside of you. Every person, place, and thing is letting you know where you're at, Teresa, right? So here's the thing. You practice non-reaction and you stay calm, right? A few things you can do is have compassion for others. Know that they don't understand this. Not everybody understands this, but I do. So I'm going to choose to not need them to be a certain way for me to feel good. I can feel good no matter what. So you just stay calm, you stay kind in those moments, but you have to practice it. So that's one way. What happens when you stay calm? When people are, I don't even like to say the word negative, but when people are reflecting or triggering you or upsetting you, the more you do these practices, it's not going to affect you. All right. So you may have people around you that you don't match all the time, but it doesn't affect you anymore. So they don't stay in your energy. It doesn't last. It's not like this long-lasting friendship. It can become one. It can become one if you stay in that energy and they match you, right? But that's not your job to figure that part out. Your job is just to stay true to who you are, stay in alignment, feeling the best you can, staying calm when you can't, and just continue doing that practice. Again, having compassion for others that may not understand this information yet, but you're going to be that example in their lives by always being kind still and compassionate to them and calm when you're feeling upset and triggered. Because energy doesn't lie. Hi, Tony. Energy doesn't, it's always a mirror. Everything's reflecting back to you where you are at, because it's only you and your belief systems. So if something's coming at you and it doesn't feel good, that's your limiting belief that has to be resolved, right? So you stay calm to release it. You relax to release it. You say, oh wait, not everybody gets this. Not everybody understands this. And the more you do that, the less you're going to see that version of that person. And if you do, it won't affect you. Will be like, oh, you know what? It doesn't even bother me anymore. And like I said, you really won't see them because energy doesn't lie, so they'll bounce off of you. Or you will only see the best version of them. You will literally only see that best version of them. So play around with these things. Test it out to let it show you what you're getting back from others, right? Yeah. Well, yes, we're all connected, plain and simple. Not even on a quantum level, Sally. We're literally all connected. We're all one consciousness, having our own personal experience. In your life, you'll be so amazed by it. Man. I lost connection. This is usually a good spot for me. So here's the thing with that. If you're really doing what I'm saying, loving awareness, you won't say he has so much anger. Because if you're staying stable and calm and relaxed, you're not going to get that from him. Okay? So understand that. If you're like, he just has so much anger and he's this and that, that's where your awareness is, and that's what you're going to keep getting back. You have to really get calm. Like I said, he is going to gravitate towards your energy, or you're not going to see him at all. Trust me. You have to stay calm and quiet, and don't really do your best not to speak about him like that. Like, oh, he has so much anger. Don't vent to people. Don't talk to people. We don't even realize that we keep recreating it. Just keep it to yourself and stay calm and quiet. His energy will shift when your energy shifts internally, right? And he'll match yours. Yeah, guess what? That is so perfect. Loving awareness said, I felt that as soon as I sent it. Like, so that's so being so aware, and that is so good. So you caught it. You're like, wait a minute. Yeah, I should have. So trust me, it's working. It takes time. You know what? It takes time, guys, when we have people in our lives that we love so much, and we have such a strong story around them with things, right? And it takes a little bit of practice to really, but it's the best thing you're doing for yourself. I'm telling you right now, we think that people in our lives that don't match our energy, or we call them negative, we'll just get them out of our lives. They're your best teachers. The more you stay calm, the more you relax, the more you become strong and stable, I'm telling you, they will have a transformation in their lives as well. So keep it up, because I think they're your best teachers, honestly. What if you want to talk to someone, but you don't want to initiate contact? I don't know what you mean. Why, if you want to talk to someone, but then I wouldn't do it. That to me is just, you're not secure in that statement alone. So I wouldn't even do it. I would just take a step back and focus on myself more. That's where I would. If I was ever like, I want to talk to them, but I don't want to initiate it, to me, that's enough to say, nope, not time. Just take a step back, focus on myself. What can I do now to feel good? I would totally get off a topic. Anytime you're too much in your mind, guys, anytime you're trying to figure something out, stop. What can I do now to feel good? This is in regards to manifestations, and this is in regards to what's happening in your life now. You don't need to figure anything out. That's another trap. You got to stop, and you got to go, wait a minute. Nope, there I go. Going back to old patterns. What can I do now to feel good? Is it like our thoughts create our beliefs, or both, or neither? So it's more so, okay, yes, like if you keep saying something over and over again, it's going to show up in your reality. But it's deeper than that, right? It's deeper than that. So like for me, it's not about my thoughts. I don't make it about my thoughts at all. For me, it's more so about releasing. It's feeling for me. It's feeling. That's how I've always moved through life. And now it makes sense to me. It's more of a feeling. So I don't make it about my thoughts. I know that whatever's happening in my life that doesn't feel good, it's just a limiting belief, right? That got created over time. Who knows how, but you pick things up over time, right? From our environment and people around us. So now that I know this, I don't make it about my thoughts. For me, it's just knowing that if something doesn't feel good, it's a belief system that doesn't serve me. I get calm, I get quiet, that gets released from my life. I make the best of this moment. I don't have to do any work in regards to trying to think or affirm or do any of that. That's very limiting, and I don't have time for it. So I just sit here and do the best I can with feeling good now. And that's what's making me magnetic for everything that I want. When manifesting, what would you suggest if you are not sure what the relationship would look like? You don't have to be sure, Vanessa. Actually, you're limiting yourself even trying to think about what the relationship would look like. You're limiting yourself. And that's a good thing. So don't even worry about it. Just know you're moving towards the best possible relationship you could ever dream of. And that's enough, Vanessa. Now you're going to do the only work that needs to be done, which is feel good on your own, right? Feeling good on your own and feeling good now and being your own best friend and filling up your own cup will show you all the amazing possibilities for you that you're going to resonate with. That would be fun to experience. That would be great for a relationship. That'd be fun. But also, as you evolve with the relationship, it'll evolve too, right? But it's really about having that solid foundation first within you to draw in that healthy relationship. How do you get your partner to stop hanging out with So for me, you're too focused on someone else and needing them to be a certain way for you to feel good. So I would just be, the more that you feel good on your own, and I'm sorry, I didn't get your name there. I want to say like Helena or something. You got to feel good on your own. Thanks, CC, and hi, CC. You got to feel good on your own, okay? You got to be able to be occupied with your own life, feeling good on your own, not worrying about what other people are doing. Everyone else will show you their best side when you're good, living your own best life. You'll get the results you want, put it that way. So just focus on you, feeling good on your own, not worrying about what other people are doing and how they're living their lives. You don't need them to be a certain way for you to feel good. You can feel good all the time. And that's when people want to be around that type of energy, right? That's a magnetic energy. So trust me, that you will get the results you want by just doing that practice. Can we manifest SP after more than 4 months? You can manifest anything. You're unlimited. Unlimited. And don't worry about time. Don't worry. Take time out of it, because then you're too focused on a manifestation. Got to focus on now, feeling good on your own. Feel good on your own. Fill up your own cup. Be your own best friend. Do those practices. Don't worry about how it's going to show up, when it's going to show up. That's all limiting. That's all not making it about this moment and feeling good in this moment. By practicing non-reaction, that's it. You're just going to do the practices. By filling up your own cup, by being your own source of happiness, by not needing anything outside of you to feel good. That's what builds your self-concept. Because you're able to feel good no matter what. There's nothing more powerful than that. That's self-empowerment. Thanks, Eve. Can you explain what's the reaction? We react to thoughts, or we react all the time. We react all the time. React to the feelings that come with. You react all the time. You react to you something could happen. Okay, your dog could be barking, and that could cause a reaction out of you. Your kid could ask you to make a sandwich. That can cause a reaction out of you. Your friend didn't invite you out, but you seen that they were out with other people. That can cause a reaction out of you, and then you can continue to react towards it. So just notice that reacting, it's literally just a limiting belief, okay? Reacting is you taking something too seriously as well. Reacting is just not feeling good. It's way simpler than that. So I wouldn't think too much into it. Don't think it shows up when it needs to. You don't have to search for it. You don't have to worry about where these things are coming from or when they're going to show up. Thanks, Eve. Just live your everyday life knowing that if something feels off, whether it's obvious or not, if it's off, it's off. That's a limitation. That's you taking something too seriously. That's you out of this present. You're not in the present moment. You're not in the present moment. So you just want to calm yourself down, relax, calm yourself down. Okay, all I got to do. This is all I got to do. I just got to make the best of this moment. None of this is even real, right? I love those little reminders. They are my favorite. Like, oh, wait, here I go taking something more serious. The only thing I got to do is make the best of this moment. I only got to feel good now with whatever that may be. Sometimes it's just getting calm and quiet for a little bit. I'm scared to feel good. I've always felt bad. I self-sabotage. So most people don't feel good at first, though. So just know this, that you're actually not going to feel good in the beginning. Like when you're practicing non-reaction, you're going to feel good from time to time, but it takes practice to get to that point anyway. So don't even stress about that. You're already jumping like, oh, I'm afraid to feel good, and you're already causing more limitations. Just practice non-reaction for a little bit. Just meditate for a little bit. I mean, that's all you're doing. You're just meditating. You're meditating for a little bit. You're doing practices like taking your time. You're moving slower. You're relaxing your body. You're doing the practices that I always talk about. Is my face relaxed or my shoulders dropped? Take that breath out. You're focusing on your breathing from time. Just do that for a while. Like getting to a place where you're like feeling good more consistently. That takes practice to get there, to pick up that momentum. But not because you got to get rid of your programs. Like that's a program. That's a limiting belief saying like, oh, I'm just afraid to feel good. I'm afraid it's not going to last, right? That's just another program you're telling. It's another belief system. It's another story you're telling yourself. It's just a story. So in that moment, don't say that. Keep it to yourself, right? Get quiet. Don't repeat it. Just go within, internalize that, and just know by doing these practices, you're going to start to see the changes in your life. Life's going to, like I always say, guys, your current reality is going to start getting better. So you're going to see how powerful non-reaction is. You're going to see how powerful relaxing is just by doing it, just by relaxing. And that's going to be enough to say, you know what, she's on to something here. She's right. All I'm doing is relaxing, and things are starting to actually get better in my current reality. And that, like I said, you're just going to keep moving forward with that practice. Oh, yay! Bloom, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I'm actually working on another one now. That's my favorite thing to do is the audios. As much as I love to write, I do. I love to write, guys, literally. But when it comes to editing, let me tell you, I continue writing. I'm trying to edit and I'm continuing writing. I keep writing in this ebook. This ebook's going to be like a book, pretty much. I'm so happy, Bloom. So my YouTube channel, yes, I have a YouTube channel. It's all my lives. I put all my lives on my YouTube. That's it. I am not doing all kinds of every type of social media site. I can't even. Like, you're lucky I keep up with my Facebook group. I love my Facebook group, but for me, it's more just putting out those reminders and having that support system for each other. That's why I like the private Facebook group, so we can support each other. I love hearing people's positive stories on there. But for me, I can't be overwhelmed. I can't. So I have the YouTube, but it's just my lives that I upload on there. My energy and vibration has totally changed since I came in. Yay! I love that. Yeah, so you're only relaxing, and you know how people say high vibration? I know. These terms drive me crazy because, I feel like I've been down that road and watched people destroy some of these things, but you are raising your vibration, but it's very gradual, guys. It's so natural. I've noticed I've been putting pressure on myself to always... Yeah, Kristen, I love you. You said that. I know. That's so... there's so much effort behind that. You don't have to try to feel good. I know. It starts to feel normal, guys. It starts to feel natural when you start to have fun. And life starts to get better naturally. I know what you're saying. Actually, Kristen, you're actually at a good place there, that you're actually starting to... set those intentions, though, because I wasn't even able to get to that point to set those types of intentions. I need more laughter, I need more fun. So I kind of just set that intention for myself, and it just unfolded naturally, where things started to become more fun. But if you're trying to feel good, stop it right now. There's way too much resistance in that. You're just relaxing and making the best of this moment, and all that will come in time, guys. Okay, so when don't be so specific. I know, we want to be specific, but trust me when I say there's a better plan than you could think of. When it comes to a relationship, I just want my partner to move with me, or I want to, there's a better plan that you couldn't think of. So just know, use it together, and that's what you're moving towards. Does that make sense? Don't be so, this is how it has to be, because there's a lot of resistance in that too. Just know you're moving towards best case scenario. Let it unfold. Let it unfold naturally. They'll come back into your life if they're not yet, or someone will, or if they already are. It'll just keep getting better from now. Does that make sense? Just let it unfold. You'll get what you want, but try not to be too specific, because sometimes you're holding yourself back, guys, from the best case scenario when we're too specific. I want them to move here. What if you move together to somewhere even more amazing, right? So just do the practices that I say. Make the best of this moment, whether you're with them now, it's unfolding. Whether they're going to come back into your life, that will unfold as well, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Just make it about this moment again and feeling good now, and that's going to lead you to everything, guys. I feel like I've been doing everything right, especially with self-concept, and out of nowhere. Okay, so I'm going to say, Chrissy, that you're, only because you said self-concept and you're doing everything right, you're doing. We don't do anything here. We don't do anything. I don't teach you to do anything to manifest in my group here. You're not doing anything at all to manifest. You're just making the best of this moment. So if somebody blocked me, I would say, all right, time to get calm. That's a limitation. Just stay calm, relax, and just keep moving forward. What can I do now to feel good? Right? That's what I would do. So usually when people say they've been blocked, or they're getting the opposite, or I've been doing, when they say the word doing, I kind of know that they're doing things to manifest. So I always say stop. Stop doing things to manifest. It's another trap. It's another cycle. It's another program. You want to get out of that program. That's not freedom. That's not living your best, most fulfilled life, guys. You don't have to do anything to manifest it. Everything's done here and now. It's going to come to you. You got to be you're going to become more magnetic when you make the best of this moment. And I know it's easier said than done. It's a practice, but trust me, you want to do it because it's just another program you're in. You want to get out of the programs that you have to do anything to manifest. You don't got to do nothing to manifest. You just got to be the best you can be in this moment, which sometimes is just staying calm and relaxing, right? So you're only practicing non-reaction. You'll never get blocked again for the rest of your life. Let me just tell you right now. And if you did, you wouldn't give a shiz because you know who you are too much, that it wouldn't hurt you at all. You'd be like, all right, no big deal. And it would not even affect you. I'm with my partner. Yes, Connie, but it's not about changing them. It's you. It's you. So just remember, if there's anything you're not liking, if there's anything that doesn't feel good when you're with someone, anyone, any person, it doesn't have to be your partner, any person, and you don't like it, but you love that person, you got to focus on you. You got to feel good on your own. You got to not worry about them and let them be who they want to be. And the more that you're feeling good on your own, letting them be who they want to be, guess what? They're going to shift as well. You're only going to see the best version of them. You're going to start having more fun with them. You're only going to see the good in them. So it all comes down to you, though, Connie, and you feeling good on your own. So that's the practice. Take your attention away from them for a while. If something shows up that doesn't feel good with them, calm, quiet. Do not speak about it to anybody. You keep it to yourself. You get calm. You get quiet. And once you feel better, you just release another limitation, another limiting belief, right? And you just keep using that to your advantage to keep moving forward to best, to best, to best. When I don't react anymore to a thought, how can I stop having that thought strong? Yes, dominant stories, Val. Dominant stories are going to be there for a little bit. They are. I know this from my experience as well. Dominant stories are dominant for a reason. They're heavy, they're hard, they're just a program that's been going for a really long time. It doesn't even matter to the story. Another story could pick up. You could get rid of one story and then another story because you still have that limiting belief. It's okay. You just keep relaxing your body, guys. You keep softening your body. That's the only practice, non-reaction. Eventually, you will break through that dominant thought. Just remember, you're in full power when you're relaxing your body, when you're soft, right? That's what's releasing it. That's what's breaking down that program by you remaining soft and light in that moment. It's breaking it down. Don't worry, guys. It takes time. It takes a good bit of time to break through these limiting beliefs. And they don't feel good. It's not going to feel good. That story's not going to feel good. That thought's not going to feel good. But if you're softening, if you're lightening your body, if you're lightening up in that moment, that's enough. It's enough. It has to die off. It has to. It has to. There's no other way. You're in full power in that moment. A guy I'm talking to isn't showing up how I want. I don't know if I should cut it off because... Yeah, focus on yourself. Focus on you feeling good on your own. Focus on yourself feeling good on your own. Whether they're in your life or not, you still want to feel good on your own. You want to be able to do what you want. You want to be able to fill up your own cup. You don't want to need this person to be a certain way for you to feel good. That's when you get the results you want from a partner. Is when you're so good. You're not looking for them to give you it. You got to give it to yourself, and that takes a little bit of practice, right? So you got to start by just literally just being by yourself for a while. And anytime something doesn't feel good, you're doing the practice of staying calm. My husband just physically abused me. I have a protective order now. I decided. No. Yes, perfect. Now, Santina, you got to focus on you though, and you got to focus on feeling good on your own. Right? And make it about feeling, Santina. Start a meditation practice now. This is time for you. This is time for you, right? This is time for me to break through my belief systems that keep creating unhealthy relationships. It's time for me to break through this so I can manifest a healthy relationship. So now you want to start a meditation practice. Focus on yourself, feeling good on your own, being your own best friend, taking time for you. Be by yourself for a while, right? Be careful being around people because you may bring up this story a lot. You don't want to talk about this story anymore because you're going to keep recreating it. It's done. You're moving forward now. right? Focusing on you, feeling good on your own. Of course, Nunu. Of course, Santina. It's all going to be, you're just going to move forward from here now. Now that you know what you know, you're just going to move forward. Yes, I love that. I know. I was trying to do that video today with my cat. Do you ever see the one where they, like, when you're hugging someone and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Get away from me. I tried doing it with my cat. He's not super loving. And he was like hugging me back. I couldn't even make the video. I almost cried. Animals are so healing. And Santina, we have a private Facebook group, and everybody, private Facebook group. It's just supportive. It's every day I post at least one thing in there just to like remind you guys how easy this is. So if you want to jump on there, Santina, and of course go back to my YouTube too, Santina. Check out my YouTube videos. It's all my lives. It's all my lives. Your dog gives hugs. Actually my dogs give hugs too, but my cat doesn't. Steve's not a hugger. He's just not that type of guy, you know? But, you know, I'm always hugging him. But today I was like, oh, he'd be great to do that video with, that TikTok. And he was hugging me back. He was like purring. I was like getting teary-eyed. I'm like, oh my God, he loves me. Steve is a baddie. Yeah, he's a baddie. Like, I'm slipping and sliding over carcasses in my yard. Like, I do pick them up, but like, I'm like, dude, this cat he's like, oh my God, he's a predator. Yeah, right, Teresa? So yeah, you can, like, it's funny. You think you're distancing yourself. I think this is like you feel distant because you're doing these practices, right, from people, but they haven't missed a beat. This is what's so funny. Like, you don't have to make it like, I got to stay away from you guys. I need a break. Just do your thing. Trust me. You'd be surprised. They're still living their lives. People are still living their lives. Even like I thought that too. You're distant because you're doing this internal work and you're shifting your energy. But they're all living, you see them and it's almost like nothing ever changed for them, right? I mean, you might be a little bit different, maybe a little. I was always kind of quiet anyway, so people might not notice too much of a change in me. But just know that, like, when you're distant. But what's great about that is whenever I do that, whenever I just like stay away from social media for a while completely, or I'm just quieting my world, maybe not going to some things for a while, when I step out, I get such different reflections back. It just keeps getting better and better and better for me. And I notice that. And it's funny, like, things do get smaller. Hi. I see a bow, a pink bow. Like, when someone doesn't have a name and they say hi, I feel like I can't say hi back. Maybe I can click on your... Oh, baby. Hey, Nathan. Male cattle like that when I had my male and I was breathing. Where does manifesting and death come to play? What about people dying? No, Ash. So, Ash, everyone's having their own personal experience as well. I lost both my parents. I didn't kill my parents, right? Everyone's having their own personal experience, but we don't die. We don't actually die. This is just an experience you're having. This is literally just an experience, guys. Like, it's supposed to be a fun experience, but we're breaking through programs. We're at a time in our reality now where we're coming here now to break through programs, to break through limiting beliefs, so we can all live an amazing life. So we can all come here to live this amazing life that we came here to live, right? So we have to do it ourselves, though. We have to do these practices ourselves. No, you don't kill anyone in your family, guys. I didn't kill my parents. I lost both my parents. Everyone's having their own personal experience. Always remember that. That's why we have to make it about us and feeling good on our own, right? Feel good on your own. Let people be who they want to be. People will fade out of your life or they will match your energy. That's how it works, right? So by you doing these practices, you got to just allow things to happen. You got to allow things to happen because you're going to keep elevating. You're going to keep raising your energy, right? So you're not going to maybe match the same people that aren't really doing the internal work. Or, you just only see them when they're at their best. You only see the best of them. So that's how it just works. So don't think too much about other people, right? Because then you start, that there's resistance in that. There's too much resistance in that when you're starting to think about just know that everything in your reality now, everything now is showing you where you're at. So basically, if something feels off or doesn't feel good, it's something within you that needs to be resolved. So you just get calm and you relax and it'll be resolved. That's it. That's all it's literally that easy. You just relax your body. That's releasing limiting beliefs. That's all you're doing. I'm not kidding. That's what's elevating you. It's literally this simple. It's literally this simple. But you can't worry about what you're getting from others and I want this person to be this way. That's too much control. First of all, you're trying to control people, right? And it's very limiting, and it's just don't do it that way. You got to make it about you. You got to feel good. You can't not be doing the work on yourself and expecting people to show up a certain way for you. That's conditional. That's conditional. I'm not even in alignment, but yet I want them to be better. They got to treat me better. It doesn't work that way. That's control. That's conditional. You want to get out of that. That's another trap. It's another cycle. It's another limiting belief. It's easy. It's all about me. It's literally all about me and how can I feel good in each moment. Then life gets better. Life gets better for me because you start matching things of higher frequencies. You match that car. You match that home. You match those things, right? But you're not needing those things. You don't need them. They're not making you happy. You're happy all the time. You don't need a vacation to make you happy. You're always on vacation. You're always on vacation when you're in alignment, right? You're lining up with best case scenario all the time. Oh man, I haven't been, nobody's been telling me about my necklace. Nathan, you're literally the only person that tells me about my necklace. So you don't have to do affirmations to manifest. Now, I would say general affirmations can be helpful, Alexa. General affirmations are helpful. Like, just reminding yourself. It's more of reminders, though, Alexa. Like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. I have everything I need right now. I'm always taken care of right now. I'm always moving towards better right now. So I would say those type of affirmations, they're just reminders because that's the truth. When you're relaxing and you're practicing non-reaction, you just sometimes need to remind yourself that this is all I have to do, right? But yes, affirming the strawberry refresher. The thing that helps me most is feeling the outcome like I already have it. No problem, Alexa. Exactly, Christine. Exactly. That's it. Like it is because you're just relaxing. I always say you're practicing non-reaction, and non-reaction is just relaxing. It's just relaxing and relaxing practices. That's all. Relax as much as you can. And another powerful practice, guys, is being in a state of appreciation and really I'm trying to think of Abraham's words. When you're in the sunshine and you're feeling that, you got to really just soak that in. That's very powerful energy to be in. When you're in the shower and that warm water's on you, that's a very powerful. When you're smelling a home cooked meal, that's a very powerful energy to be in. Those types of energies you want to soak up in those moments, right? Because that's very magnetic, very magnetic. So you'll start manifesting more of that into your life, right? Because you'll be so aware of it as well. Take your time in the morning when you're getting ready. That's another exercise and practice that you want to master. Take your time in the morning. Get up slow. Take your time getting up, waking up, getting ready. Give yourself plenty of time to get ready. Meditate for a little bit. Give yourself 5-10 minutes to just really quiet your thoughts. What if you don't feel great about your physical appearance, but you're working on it? Yeah. Tanning, What was it? Tanning what? So, yeah, I mean, that all comes with these practices, Christy. The more that you're relaxing, the more that you're practicing non-reaction, the more that you just feel better in your everyday life, that happens gradually as well. So just know you're always moving towards best and better. And yes, you can do things. I love that. I mean, putting on makeup, you saying like stuff like that, yes. I love that. I love playing around with different makeup. I'm like, oh, how am I going to do my, like, oh, should I dye my hair this color? Do stuff that's doing stuff for you. That's doing things for you that feel good to you. Like when I put on jeans sometimes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm wearing jeans today. No, I don't resonate with that. I don't resonate with cold showers. I do not resonate with that because that's to me is like you're shocking yourself, and then you need to do that all the time just to have a good day. I don't like anything that doesn't, cold shower doesn't feel good to me. I don't vibe with that at all. I don't resonate with that. If somebody wants to do that and they love that, like, oh, I just want to shock my system to start my day, that adrenaline rush feels good to me, that's great for them, but I don't vibe with that. But for some people, they like that. How do you feel good when you don't feel good? Got to get calm. You can't try to feel good. Number one, how do you feel good when you don't feel good? Don't try to feel good. Do not try to feel good. You get calm and you relax as much as you can. And if you're sitting there and you're starting to get like tired and you're like, bored, you relax into that as well. You got to practice relaxing. You actually got to practice relaxing in those moments. Get calm and relax and remind yourself, I'm just taking this a little too serious. It's not even serious. This is just an experience I'm having. And you are improving by just relaxing. That's the thing. By you just softening your body, dropping your shoulders when you don't feel good. Just drop your shoulders. Just relax your face. Breath out. That's enough. That's enough. You are where you are. It's just going to keep getting better. But do not try to feel better. Does not reacting also meaning that I don't tell them what I didn't? Yeah, don't say anything. That's reacting. So the story doesn't matter. Angela, angel face. Angel, the story doesn't matter. It's not the story. It's the limiting belief behind the story. That's making the story happen in your reality. Right? So it's that limiting belief behind the story that's showing up to show you that doesn't feel good, to break through that limiting belief. Now, this is how I explain it for people, because everybody is where they're at. Sometimes you can respond because it releases resistance and you feel better. But let me tell you right now, you have to respond from a good place. If you're reacting, if you're mad, if you're defensive, you're just repeating. That's reacting. So if you can soften your body, relax your body, and just say something like this: I just don't see it the same way as you. And that feels better for you, and you can but don't keep going back and forth, because then it's an argument. That's reacting. Does that make sense? So just be aware of how you're responding, right? Eventually, let me tell you, you ain't going to have to respond to anything because you're not going to track those situations. But as they're dying off, sometimes it feels good to just say, I'm sorry, I just don't see it that way. And you feel better and you're able to move on from that, right? And then it'll fade. You flipped a switch in my head on how to flow with your reply yesterday so clear. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Like, is that what you're talking about? Responding? Or like, yeah, or how to like change the story up or something like that. Does that kind of make sense, Angel, guys? Like, if you're, like, a lot of people say, like, I'm just a doormat. Or, no, because you know more now. You know that story's just there because of that limiting belief that you have. That's how any of these stories can exist, is based on your belief systems, right? So now you know. It's just, that doesn't feel good, right? But sometimes responding feels like it helps because it's helping you move past it. But like I said, one response, and it has to be a kind response. It has to be a gentle response. And then if they come back again, you gotta ignore it. You have to, because then you're going to start an argument. Trust me, right? Silly question, but what is up with tarot readers? So tarot readers, you gotta be strong in your energy, Rita, because you're going to believe that they're very forward. They're like, you have a lot of negative people in your life. People are very jealous of you. You got to be careful. They're saying you. So as we're doing these practices, we're sensitive. You can be very quick to believe what they're saying. Everything's matching where you're at. So if you're not stable yet, you're going to believe what they say, and you're going to take that on, and you're going to start creating that. So just know they're just the same thing as everything else in your reality. It's just another story. So you got to be strong. They can be good. There's a lot of positive ones out there. Great tarot readers that are saying, you're doing amazing, you're so powerful. So try to just stick to them. Scroll past the ones that say there's people in your energy that are very negative. Everybody's jealous of you. Be careful. This lady, I see an energy over you right now. Stay away. Stay away. Only ones that say you're doing so good. You are so powerful. You are so amazing. They're the only ones that you want to entertain. And if you want to save it, you can save it. But just use your discernment and say, no, that feels, I don't like that story. I'm not taking, because remember, it's all based on your belief systems. And at first, we're kind of still all over the place. Does that make sense? Because they're just, you pick up, like, they're just saying a message, and just like anything, where you're at is what you're going to see in that moment. So if you're still all over the place, that's what you're going to get, all over the place messages, right? Exactly. You don't have to accept what anybody says, because if it doesn't feel good to you, it's a limiting belief anyway. No problem, Rita. How to say, I have had my doubts about you, Kira, but oh my God, I can see now that you know. You've had your doubts about me. It's because my message is too simple. My message is too easy. It's too, like, clear. You're just non-reaction. That's it, right? And your mind wants it to be more complicated. Your programming wants it to be more complicated. Your belief systems want to make it more complicated, but it's not complicated. And you'll start to see the more that you cut out as well. The more that you can cut things out of your life, you have control over those things, you'll realize this is a lot easier than I'm making it. But it's also moving you towards better and best quicker when you can, because there's some things you can control, right? That's what I always say. Like, I can control what I entertain on social media. I have control over that, right? I know some things we can't control, but you can't run away from everything. Like I said, unless you're in a cave, and then you're really with your limiting beliefs in that cave, and you got to work through those limiting beliefs. Otherwise, something's always going to show you where you're at. Which is a good thing, I think. I know. And guess what, Teresa? We all have been so programmed. And we all have different programs. We all have to, like, that's why people, you can't compare yourself to anyone. You cannot because we all have different programs. We all have different belief systems. Some people have them on religion. Dominant ones on religion. Some have them because of the, whatever they grew up with, like as a parent, with their parents, right? We all have different programs. We all have different limiting beliefs, fear-based belief systems. You can never compare yourself to anyone. You just got to know that we're all moving towards best now. And that's it. We're all moving towards best and better by practicing non-reaction. All of us. I can't even see my eyes. They're like, it's so shady. Like this in here. Just seeing if I missed anything. Yeah, so like you start staying away from those types. You don't resonate with, you're not judging people, right? I'm reading what you're saying, Sally, about drama, right? Like if you're in your work area or family and friends, because guess what? They don't know. They don't know. And you got to always remind yourself, guess what? I was there before. I was there before. I did that before. But now I'm choosing not to. And that's it. You got to make it about you. Have you used the concepts to change your body or reduce pain? Yes. By staying calm. especially like, so it's belief systems, right? So it's like, I know that I don't gain weight. I don't have limiting beliefs around food, because the thing is I'm really good at knowing if it doesn't feel good, it's a limiting belief, point blank. So the more you do these practices, if you're saying, oh God, my skin looks so bad, you're not going to do that anymore. You're not. You're going to say, oh, whoa, that's a limiting belief. And you're going to become quiet. So if I'm eating a cheeseburger and I'm like, oh, this is bad, I'm going to get fat. Oh, I don't do that anymore. So the more you make it about how you feel, you catch those moments. You catch it quicker. That's what breaks you through all those beliefs, pain and everything. You're not going to say, oh, my back hurts anymore. You're going to stay quiet and you're going to let it ride itself out. I pulled a muscle a while ago, lifted my weights. I picked up I was using a heavy weight. I went outside to make a video and I went like this and I pulled a muscle. You guys didn't know because I didn't tell anyone. I keep it to myself. I know I'll feel better. I don't make a big deal of it, right? You want to learn, you want to practice that, not speaking about things that don't serve you. Oh, I got a headache all day. I got a headache, right? Then it's like you always have a headache, right? You say how you look a lot different. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've changed just over time in general, even before I knew this, Sally, though, ever since I was a kid. But I do. I think you just, I don't know, you just do. It just comes with it. I've changed. I've got more confident, right? So I look back at my old videos and I was not as confident speaking about this, but that's obvious because I do it all the time, right? So yeah, my posture changed. I've got more confident. And you're in alignment, you're doing things that you love, you're not caring what people think about you anymore. That exudes confidence. That, like, you're attractive like that when you're just not caring what people think, right? You're more magnetic. If someone is full of rage and they call you terrible things, just not. Yeah, you really have to get calm in those moments. You really have to go within. You have to understand that. You have to understand this now, too, though, Santina. Understand that by saying something back, you keep it active, right? You really want to practice calmness, but you want to use everything, though, in your reality. You want to be practicing non-reaction all day, guys. Like, Santina has a very dominant story in her life, right? Very dominant story, right? So Santina and anyone that does, you got to practice relaxing all day long. You got to meditate. You have to be relaxing your body a lot. You got to be soaking in the tub a lot. You got to be resting a lot. You got to be moving slow. You got to be taking a lot of time for yourself to relax. Even if you don't have a lot of time because you're busy, you got to make time to relax and rest as much as possible, because that's a very dominant story that probably is playing out a lot in your mind. So just by you relaxing a lot, it's starting to fade. It's going to start to shift and work in your favor. Like I said, Santina, you are where you are. So if you calm yourself down and you can respond, but you got to respond calmly. You got to practice responding calmly. Eventually, you're not going to have to respond because the story's going to disappear. But you are where you are. You're working towards this and eliminating these limiting beliefs in your life. So do the practices, and like I said, all day, all the time, and do lots of relaxing practices, lots of resting practices, lots of, I call appreciation practices, which you're just like enjoying your cup of tea, enjoying your cup of coffee, trying to relax in those moments. Get yourself warmed up in a blanket, things like that, believe it or not, I know it sounds silly, but those practices are actually super powerful, right? It's just that we've been told that it's harder than this. But you're doing a lot of that, Santina. People don't show jealousy. That's what you're seeing, Rebel. Okay, so if you're noticing people being jealous of you, that's a reaction within you. You wouldn't notice that if it wouldn't affect you. It's like almost like you just don't notice that kind of stuff. I don't notice that. I don't have any of that in my reality, right? Because when you're too focused on yourself, Rebel, and you're just focused on you moving towards best and feeling best in each moment, you don't really care what people think anyway. So even if someone maybe you caught a little bit of jealousy, you would just brush it right off. You keep moving. You wouldn't even bring it up or talk about it because you're just too happy moving on with your life. You don't really, people come and go, whatever they choose, but you're too happy being happy, right? Is it okay to see no movement for a month? Yeah, well, you got to focus on yourself. If you're just even noticing that, you're too focused on a manifestation. You got to bring it back to this moment, and you got to feel good in this moment. What can I do in this moment? How can I feel good in this moment? What can I do to feel good? That's being too focused on a manifestation. Because if you're focused on time, you're too focused on a manifestation. Because you're needing something outside of you to feel better. Time is included in that. You got to feel good now. In order to manifest and bring things in the best way possible, you got to feel good now. There's no rush in any of this. Everything's here and now anyway. There's no rush. Just do the practices. Practice non-reaction so you can start to feel good now on your own. Should I start small to build my belief like manifesting? I don't do that. I wouldn't do any of that. I honestly, personally, no. I would just know that what I'm moving towards, however it unfolds, because you're too specific. You're asking, like, you gotta be open. You gotta be like, all right, I know what I'm moving towards. I'm going to feel good now, and however it unfolds, it unfolds. That's very limiting to just get a text. And a lot of times when you want a text, you're just doing it to fill something. Oh, I got a text, right? That's conditional. So get out of that. Get out of needing these little mini manifestations to feel good. That's another trap. At work, I love that. Thank you for sharing that, because that is so powerful, guys. Read what Claudia said, guys. This is exactly how it works. When you practice this and you get good at non-reaction, the story never happened. The stories never existed. You're going to have stories that vanish from your reality. And you're confused a little because you're like, it's because you didn't react. Because like I said, the story doesn't exist. These stories don't matter. The stories show up based on your belief systems. If you can get calm enough, it's almost like it never happened. So that's a really powerful statement. With respect, is it the key to find balance as humans? We can't abstain from not reacting. That is balance. What I'm saying is balancing out your energy. You are going to have balance. When you do these practices, you're able to calm yourself down, self-regulate in those moments. I don't know what you mean by what else is balance. You can experience all your emotions, but you got to be able to balance out, like what you're saying. You got to be able to self-regulate. You can't need things out. All it is not needing things outside of you to feel good. That's all. You need to be able to feel good, no matter what, in each moment. That's all. You need to be able to be your own source of happiness, not needing something to be a certain way for you to feel that way. That's painful. That's suffering, right? What do you think about affirmations and affirming? I don't do them. Not if you're doing affirmations to manifest, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you're doing affirmations to manifest, it's a no-go for me. You can do general ones in the moment, like everything always works out for me. My life keeps getting better and better. I'm always taken care of. I have everything I need right now. Everything works out for me no matter how it looks and seems. You can do stuff like that, but if you're doing affirmations to manifest, I don't personally. That's not the way to go about it. That's another cycle. Doing affirmations to manifest is another limiting belief. It's another cycle. It's another trap. It's another program. Yes, Rebel, yes, gratitude is. Now, I always talk about gratitude because for me, it has to be natural. It has to be in the moment. I can't force gratitude, right? I can't say, maybe if I really sat there, I could, but for the most part, it just comes up when it does. But it's very powerful. But also with your question about balance, it's an understanding of how this all works. And because a lot of people go back to when you don't understand that you create your own reality and that you're unlimited and you can be doing anything you want and you're moving towards best and better in each moment, a lot of people are still attached to the old ways. Am I suppressing my emotions? And you're going back to all those old programs again, right? So it's also an understanding of how this reality truly works as well. What's the best way to manifest? Just have it, skip the steps. Yeah, it's done. Because this is why everything's here and now. Everything's done. As soon as you have a desire, it's literally done in this moment. It's done in this moment. But you never want to, you don't want this desire to be like, I need this thing to feel good, right? Because that's just another trap. Just know that it's done, and you're gonna attract it to you. You're the one that's becoming you're going to be magnetic, right? In the best way possible, magnetic, because we're all magnetic. But what are you magnetizing towards you? And how to become magnetic and to bring these things in the best way possible is by making the best of now. Is by feeling good now with where you're at, making the best of where you're at, which is a lot of relaxing at first because you're releasing limiting beliefs. So a lot of it is just relax. That's why I said to Santina, she's got a dominant story right now. So she's got to relax a lot, right? We all do in the beginning because we all have limiting beliefs. Nobody's really different than anyone else, but she's sharing her story with us. So for her, I'd be like bath, lots of relaxing, lots of meditating. Like that's what I would do in the beginning. And then, making the best of where you're at, making the best of what you got, right? A lot of that kind of stuff. Because those exercises are very powerful. And you're only relaxing. It's not like it's hard. Oh, she's telling me to relax. She's telling me to quiet my mind. She's telling me to rest. I'm telling you to do nothing as much as you can. Yes, so now we know what we know. Marietta, is it Marietta? Now we know what we know. We're at a time where we're releasing fear-based belief systems. So now it's more about when something doesn't feel good or feels off, it's time to just get calm to release it. That's it. That's all it is. And that's what's going to bring in better and best in each moment. But you're doing that in this moment. You're not doing anything to manifest. You're not doing anything to get something. It's just me in this moment knowing that everything's done and what I want is done. If something feels off in this moment, because you use everything up now in your reality that doesn't serve you, why would you bring in more manifestations when you don't feel good now? You're just going to repeat limiting beliefs. You're going to repeat fear-based belief systems, right? So that's why you never want to do things to manifest, because you'll bring it in. You'll bring it in by doing things, affirmations. Trust me, I did it. But you're not breaking through limiting beliefs by doing it that way. You're just repeating cycles, right? What you want is done. You don't got to lift a finger to get what you want. You got to make it about this moment and working with what you got to release limiting beliefs. That's how easy this is. And that's how you bring it in the best way possible. That's how you move towards your best life. But affirmations are for changing your subconscious. Now, you're not reprogramming anything. That's limiting teaching. That's limited teaching. That's old teachings. We're learning easier ways to do this. That's old way of manifesting is reprogramming. Hello, how long will you be reprogramming? What affirmations do I use? You're going to be so limited in this moment by reprogramming. You're taking little tiny little baby steps if you're doing it that way. You're deprogramming. You're deprogramming. You're relaxing, you're staying calm, you're doing those types of practices. You're not reprogramming. That's very limiting. You want to get to where you want to be quicker? You're deprogramming. You're relaxing, you're resting, you're making it about this moment and what can I do in this moment to feel good? And this moment will get better and better and better. We only have this moment. There only is this moment. There will only ever be this moment. So make the best of this moment and let these things come in the right way. No problem, Marietta. Yeah, that's again, that's where most people are. Listen, I know my way and I know what I explain. It's people are just now getting it's about deprogramming. It's Abraham. It's Abraham Hicks. It's all Abraham Hicks, guys. Listen to Abraham Hicks. I've learned through my own experience because I just absolutely love Abraham and resonated with her so much. But trust me, listen to how she explains this. It's not reprogramming. It's deprogramming. And Bashar will say the same thing. You're just making the best. I love it. He says act on your passion. But I've learned acting on your passion means just make the best of this moment because it'll lead to your passion. So a lot of people, when he says act on your passion, Bashar, I always felt resistance in that because I'm like, well, I don't know what to do right now. But the more that I made the best of where I was at and stayed calm if something didn't feel good, I was led to my passions. So it's even easier than acting on your passion because sometimes we don't know what our passion is. So just make the best of this moment. It'll lead you to your passion. You're not reprogramming. That's very limiting teachings. Thank you. Jesus was right always. I've been listening to, I'm in love with Christmas music, and I like the 50s. And this is another thing over time. You find things that you vibe with. Like, I haven't been able to listen to regular music anymore because I'm loving this Christmas music. It's like 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. All types of, some of it's so funny. It's a lot of like Jesus stuff too, but like I was Catholic, but I was not practicing. But it's just like such positive music. How do you stay in the moment though? I get in my head. That's normal. Of course. You got to keep, it's a practice. It is a practice. Doing non-reaction is a practice. You will get better at it. You will get so good at it. And just remember, you're only relaxing. So that's why you want to practice this all day, guys. You want to constantly say, is my face relaxed? Right now, guys, check your face. Is your face tense? Are you clenching your teeth a little bit? Right? That's a reminder. Oh, okay. Let me soften, relax my shoulders, and take a breath out. Do that all throughout your day. That alone is keeping you out of your head, right? As soon as you're going, oh, okay, all right, I'm good now. Everything's good. That puts you in the present moment. So doing little practices like that keep you present. How to not feel bad. Even though you have the money, I would do little bits, Marta. Don't just go out and go crazy. There's too much resistance in that, Marta. Just buy yourself something. Buy yourself something little. Buy yourself like a nice little jacket. Think to yourself, what would I really love to have? Right? Don't overwhelm yourself, Marta. Just do little things to spend the money. Little steps. No, because acting on your passion is not needing a text from someone. That's impulsive. That's your programming, right? So you got to do these practices or else you're going to be constantly manifesting stuff you don't want, right? First of all, that's you manifesting. You're not doing you got to focus feeling good on your own. Why do you need a response from somebody? You shouldn't even need that. You need to be good living your own life, feeling good on your own. You're going to find out for yourself when you start doing these practices and you're manifesting texts or asking, how are you? And you're not getting back what you want. You're going to say, okay, I think she's right. Got to feel good on my own. So you can do what you want. Life's going to show you. This is why I say you can't make a mistake, guys, because you are where you are. So if you're like, you know what? I feel impulsive. I feel like I got to reach out to this person, and you're getting back what you don't want. And it's not feeling good. You're going to say, oh, she's right. I got to do these practices. I got to focus on me. So you can never make a mistake, because if you're getting anything back that you don't like, it's time to get calm. It's time to release some limiting beliefs, right? So just always know that as well. You can test these things out on your own because you can't make a mistake. You're going to be always moving forward, but just be consistent with non-reaction. Be consistent with relaxing. Be consistent with making it about feeling. Like if something feels off, okay, time to chill, time to relax, time to get present. But I want love. I don't want, you gotta feel good on your own first. Don't worry about time again. Don't worry about time. Feel good on your own. It'll come quick. Feel good on your own. It'll come quick. Fill up your own cup. Do things for yourself. Right? That's you wanting some, again, it's all here and now. You're going to have that experience, right? Trust me, you're going to have that relationship that you desire. I promise you're going to. But do these practices where you feel good on your own first and you can fill up your own cup. Because right now, you're willing to settle for anyone. This is the thing. When we do things to get something and we're doing affirmations, we're bringing in relationships, or you're even taking action in other ways. You're going to bring in a relationship that's not a match to what you want, but you're going to settle for it. Because it's like, I got the love. And it's not going to be a healthy relationship. Do these practices for a while. Bring in a healthy relationship. How to not feel triggered when I do something, because I always feel that I can mess up my manifestation. How to not feel triggered when I do something, because I always feel that I can How to not feel triggered. Well, you're going to be triggered. The triggers are helping you. Triggers are helping you because they're helping you practice relaxing. You can never mess up anything. You cannot mess up. You can't make a mistake. When you're practicing non-reaction, you're going to start to see it for yourself. You're going to prove it to yourself. The more you practice relaxing, the more you practice non-reaction, which is just relaxing, you're going to prove it to yourself. I can't make a mistake. She's right. I literally can't. Triggers are serving you. Reacting is serving you. It's helping you practice non-reaction. You need it. You need them. How would you know what doesn't serve you if it didn't show up? How would you know if you didn't get triggered what doesn't serve you? Trust me, triggers and reacting are your best friends right now because they're helping you do this practice. You just keep being consistent. Exactly. And what Kennedy said is in regards to everything, guys. What Kennedy said, she said, you don't have to think about things that don't feel good, guys. You don't have to figure anything out when it comes to manifestations and just your current reality. You don't got to figure anything out. That's what's so freeing. It's not your job. Your job is to relax. Your job is to practice non-reaction. You don't got to do anything but relax. And Sabrina, if you're still here, that's the thing. Don't be in your mind and trying to figure out how this is all going to play out for you. You keep relaxing. You keep treating yourself and resting and soaking in that tub and doing things for yourself, right? And that's what you're doing. That's all you're doing, guys. Your higher universal forces is going to take care of it all. You keep relaxing. You keep putting yourself first. You keep feeling good on your own. Trust me. Yes. The byproduct is everything will come in the best way possible for you, right? So even when you're sitting there, like people always say, how do I believe in my manifestation? You will. You will by practicing non-reaction. You will. It'll be natural though. It'll be natural. It won't be like you're trying to do anything to believe it. It'll just start to happen because first of all, you start becoming aware of the possibilities of the way it can manifest. So you're opening up your mind to, and you're opening up your world to all these possibilities. I keep hearing nobody has free will in our reality. Yeah. So everything is just a reflection of you. Everything's a reflection of you. So the more that you feel good on your own, that's what you get back from others. It's literally that simple. It's not a control thing. You're not trying to control people with your thoughts. The more that I feel good on my own, the more that I'm my best self in each moment, and I'm feeling good, not needing anyone or anything to feel good, everything aligns with you. It's you're having your own personal experience, and everyone else is having their own personal experience. And we're co-creating together. So if you're getting something from someone or something that doesn't feel good, it's my job to release that. It has nothing to do with them. It's my job to release that limiting belief. That's it. It's freeing. That's freeing to know that. I'm responsible and that I can't make a mistake and that I'm always moving forward to best and better. And trust me, you are. But here's the thing. It's pretty gradual. So it's like it just starts to feel normal. Your best life and your better life starts to feel normal. It's not like Kennedy asked the other day, did things feel shocking? No, it doesn't when you do it this way. Things come in right for you. You're not thrown out onto the stage to have to speak in front of 1,000 million people and you're not ready, shaking in your boots. It's none of that. It's such a gradual change. You're just led to the next best step in each moment. There's no force involved. It's very effortless when you do it this way. Are you saying just staying in the present moment is manifesting? Yes. Naturally affirmation. Yes. Affirmations are another cycle. Affirmations are another limiting way to manifest. It's a limiting belief. Thinking that you need affirmations to manifest something is a limiting belief. It's limiting. It's limiting you. Because not only are you telling this story the way you want, it's a limiting story. I can guarantee you it's a limiting story. You're holding yourself back from many amazing ways these things can come into your life. And it's you doing something to get something. So when it does come in, which it will by affirmations, and you'll live and learn your own way, you'll be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not happy anymore. I've done it. It's very temporary, and you're like not happy. You want to feel good first. That is the goal for any of us anyway. We want to feel good. We think manifestations are going to make us feel good. They won't. So you're doing these practices to start to feel good. And that automatically makes you magnetic for those things in the best way possible. Tips on better sleep. So I don't make sleep an issue. Some nights I sleep all night. Sometimes I get up a few times. I just don't make it a big deal. I don't talk about it much. I just know like, oh, the next night I'm going to sleep like a baby. So I say stuff like that. You can do things to help you go to sleep. Like make sure, like what works for you. Reading puts me to sleep. I don't like it, so it puts me to sleep. Meditating, you can meditate before you go to sleep. If you're having trouble, go to sleep. But try different things because everyone's different, right? Like I can read one line and pass out because I just don't like to read, right? But just know that if you have broken up sleep throughout the night, remind yourself, oh, I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. And just start telling yourself more positive things about sleep. You can't manifest unless you incorporate action, correct? It's not action like you think, though. So it doesn't feel like action. When you start lining up with what's best for you, when you start, when you're in alignment, the action is natural. It's effortless. I'm telling you. I am telling you right now, that's what inspired action is. Right now, most people are doing action based on their belief systems and things they feel like they have to do. Like, I have to go to work. I don't want to go to work. That's action. And that's even manifesting. I have to do these affirmations to get what I want. Right? That's forced action. So the more you start just practicing non-reaction, action aligns naturally. It's like how I explain it in my life is I just start making an audio I start making a new audio. I start writing I want to do, but it's like so natural. It's so flow. Like, and then you kind of like, I get excited. Like, oh, what am I going to make for dinner tonight? Where before it was like, I got to make dinner. Oh my God, I worked all day. It shifts. So you'll be doing things you want to do, not things you have to do. How to get out of stagnation, feeling like you're stuck. That's normal in the beginning. We all feel stuck, and at least I felt stuck. Just doing these practices, start making the best of where you're at. You have to know this. You have to know you're moving towards better. You have to know that. So if you're feeling stuck or stagnant, just know I'm moving towards best and better in this moment. If you've been doing these practices for a while and you feel stuck, that's semi-normal too, but you want to just keep doing these practices again. How can I make the best of this moment? What can I do that feels good in this moment, right? Because I always say there is somewhat of a silence period before like things start to roll in, right? But take advantage of that. It's only this now moment. You want to keep making this moment as best as you can. Can you manifest the things you want if you're upset? So you're going to manifest, the thing is you're going to move out of upset by doing these practices. You're just staying calm when you're upset. You're just relaxing when you're upset. Because being upset is reaction. It's a limiting belief. So it's just saying, okay, it's time to get calm. It's time to get quiet. It's time to move away from this limiting belief, right? That's all. Don't make it more than that, right? You're always moving towards best and better when you practice non-reaction. And you can't manifest worse when you're relaxing when you're upset. Put it that way. You're not going to manifest bad stuff when you relax when you're upset. All right? That's the practice. You're going to move out of that though. I turn on music to do dishes and pretend yeah, like that's fun stuff, right? Yeah, you can do it. Like anything that feels good. I listen to Christmas music. Are you kidding me? I love Christmas. My TikTok is all Christmas stuff. I always say, I want to go to all places around the world and visit and see Christmas like everywhere. Like I love Christmas all year round. That might make me crazy. People might think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I love it. It makes me feel good. It's my reality. I put what I want in my reality. Christmas is in my reality all the time. What happens if someone dies and you blame yourself for not manifesting? I don't know what you mean by that. What if someone dies and you blame yourself for not manifesting? People die. Death is part of this experience, but you don't actually die. You're just having an experience, and everyone's having their own experience. You're having your experience, they're having their experience. I just celebrate Christmas. I don't get it. It's not any deeper than that. It's not about Jesus or this or that. I just like the holiday. But I said I celebrate it all year round. I don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas, guys. I celebrate Christmas all year round. How can you manifest things when it deals with other people like your husband? How can you manifest things when it deals with other people? When it deals with other people. It's all about you. You gotta feel you gotta practice this. You gotta understand that it's only you and your belief systems. So if you're getting something back from someone that doesn't feel good in your life, you gotta get calm and you gotta release that limiting belief. Everything's reflecting back where you are at, right? So everything, person, place, or thing around you is reflecting back where you're at. It's either affecting you or it's not. If it's not affecting you, that's fine. You're moving forward. You release that limiting belief. If it's still affecting you, you got to get calm to release that limiting belief so you can move towards more. Get it? So it's all about you. This experience, simply said, is all about you. Now that we know what we know we're moving towards best and better, whatever we want, our manifestations, best way possible, all that good stuff. It's all about me and my belief systems. And that's it. I'm having my own experience. When I don't feel good, whatever's coming at me in that moment. Sometimes I'm just sitting on my couch and I don't feel good. I know that's a limiting belief. It's time to get calm. It's time to get quiet. And I'll be moved to the next best thing in that moment. How can I make the best of this moment? What can I do now? Always and forever. That's the practice. So Christy, I listened to Abraham Hicks big time, big time. What I got from Abraham, though, I never did her practices, guys. I just always heard, feel good first. The goal is to feel good. So that was my goal. I resonated with Abraham. I believed in Abraham. I trusted Abraham. So that's my goal. I wanted to manifest feeling good, right? I manifested manifestations and they were temporary. So I had the experience. I went through all those processes as well. And you learn through your own experience. That's how you truly learn. You're not going to learn through anyone, even me. I'm explaining this to you guys, but until you start doing it, you learn on your own. You learn on your own. So that's how you learn. You learn through your own experience, right? You're going to hear things that you resonate with and you're going to apply the practices. But again, it's through your own experience that you really start to get this. Because like I said, I listen to Abraham and Bashar, but I take what resonates with me and I experience it my way. Right? Like I said, some of the things Bashar say, I see it a little bit differently through my experience and it's worked for me. So you're going to do that too. You find ways through life of, oh wait, you know what? I get it now. I don't have to act on my passion. It'll lead to my passion. That takes practice. To make the best of where you're at, no matter what's happening around you, by getting calm, that takes practice. Non-reaction takes practice, but I'm telling you, it is you in full power when you get to that place. So it don't need to imagine. No, so when it comes to, no, that's all natural. Like when it comes to, I call it daydream. I don't even call it visualization. It just happens. Like you'll just be relaxed and it'll be later. Don't think it's going to happen because that's still forced. If you're doing things to manifest, visualizing and all those things, you're still forcing it. You're going to find that happens naturally. That'll happen very naturally. Just like I said, it's like inspired. It just comes to you. It's like the images come to you. And don't worry if they don't, because you don't have to manifest that way. What you want's done. Think about it like this. Before you knew any of this information, did you do anything to manifest your life the way it was? No. Everything just happened. I want a job. Okay, now I got a job. Oh, I want to have a baby. Okay, now I have a baby. You didn't visualize. You didn't affirm. So drop those techniques. They're just another trap. Oh, I love that, Vanessa. I love that. How did you learn that? Oh, thank you. I was just answering her about that. Yeah. So it was definitely Abraham, without a doubt. But like I said, I take what I want. I take the messages that I resonate with, right? Like she has practices to the focus wheel, segment intending, book of positive aspects. I never did any of it. I just liked her. I liked her message. I liked her. The goal is to feel good. The goal is to feel good. I want to feel good. I want to feel good. And that's making you magnetic for everything to come to you. But the thing I've learned, it's very natural. It's very effortless. It just starts to happen. And you just get really good at realigning and really good at saying, okay, here I am. I'm out of the present moment again. Calm myself down. Make the best of this moment. Because that's, there. Like I said, guys, even as things start to manifest, it's always going to be manifesting. It's always going to be getting better. But as soon as you're searching for something outside of you, you're in a program again. You're hypnotized again. As soon as you're like, oh, my manifestation ain't here yet, you're hypnotized again. You're in a program again. It's all coming to you in the right timing, in the right way. You got to make the best of this moment because there only ever is this moment. And that's your practice, is making the best of this moment. That's what it's always going to be. It's always going to be that. I don't have an opinion. I listen to a lot of them. Like Joseph Murphy, Neville, in the beginning. But I just didn't stick with them. So I don't really have an opinion because I don't have enough information to say yay or nay. I just think some of it might be a little outdated maybe because I think Abraham is the most updated source on manifesting. Abraham Hicks and Bashar, which is Daryl Anka, I think. If you want your most updated information to manifest and move towards your best life, you got to listen to them too. They're the best. I think the other stuff has great stuff in it, but I still think it's outdated. That's just my opinion. What's your advice for women starting new life after divorce with no kids? Focus on yourself, without a doubt, Ella. Without a doubt. Don't date for a while. Focus on you, feeling good on your own, filling up your own cup, being your own source of happiness, getting yourself to a place where you're happy on your own. Let the relationship come to you. Let it surprise you. You just feel good on your own. You live your life. Be happy on your own. Start doing things that you love for yourself, and it will pop up into your life when you least expect it. But definitely feeling good on your own. Get yourself to a place where you're like just happy. You're happy. You're just happy. You're at peace. Feel good. Who's that? I think Phil. Phil sounds familiar. But I don't listen to anyone anymore. I barely listen to Abraham anymore unless I'm scrolling through TikTok and and Bashar. They pop up on my TikTok like other people's. But I don't listen to them like on YouTube or anything anymore. Too much. I can't say that I don't listen to them because I do scroll through TikTok and they pop up all the time. But yes, Ella, you are where you are right now. You practice just doing little things for yourself, right? No rush to feeling good. It's a process, Ella, for everybody, for all of us. It's a process. You just keep chilling out, relaxing, being by yourself a lot. You know, like if not, maybe you want to be with your friends right now. That's fine too. There's no wrong or right. You are where you are. If you feel good being surrounded by family right now and that feels good to you, be by friends, do it. But Ella, just don't talk about the bad things that from your past relationship. Try to not talk about that at all. Just know you're moving towards best and better. Keep the conversations light. But like I said, you are where you are. But you'll move into that where you're able to be by yourself more, be your own source of happiness, right? Just you and you. Yeah, so that's even better, Ella. Because the more that you focus on you and feel good on your own, you will automatically bring in people that are meant for you. If not just relationships, just all kinds of relationships, not just a partner, right? So that's a perfect thing. A fresh start, focus on you, feeling good on your own, doing things for yourself, right? And like I said, you'll align with people that match your energy. User, to manifest a friendship or your friend being in your life more, you gotta feel good without your friend. You gotta feel good on your own. That's how you're gonna bring that in. It's like not needing them to be there for you all the time for you to feel good, right? Like, oh, they're like if people, I'm so unbothered though. Like if people that are close to me They go out and they don't invite me, or they go to something. I do not. I literally don't care. I'm like, oh, they have fun. That's it. Like, it does not bother me. I don't need to go out all the time either. But like, that doesn't hurt my feelings. So you just have to be at a place where it doesn't hurt your feelings that they're not asking you to go out. Once it doesn't bother you, they're going to ask you to go out. Or you'll find a new friend that might be more in alignment with you. That your friend might not be in alignment with you. So just let it be and know you're always moving towards best and better, whatever that may be, right? I didn't want to see the therapist anymore, but I... So, Linda, do you have it? Is it less now? Is it less than it used to be? At least? Maybe she's gradually moving you out of it instead of like just no more. Once a month isn't bad. Once a month isn't bad at all. But here's the thing. Linda. If you're finding resistance and it's building up over time, just keep relaxing, right? Like I said, you'd be surprised. I think a lot of times we think we have to take action in order to move out of certain things, but you really don't. By staying calm and quiet, Linda, and making the best of it when you're there and just quieting your mind, you'll be moved out of it naturally. Can you say that to her kindly? Like, I don't really want to talk. Like, oh, let's talk about something else. Or use it to your advantage to practice, like, changing the subject when you're there, like getting calm and changing the subject. Like, you know what, Linda, why don't you go in? This is what you could start doing. If you really feel like you're ready to stop, when you go in, only say positive. Everything's great. So if she brings up the past, say, oh no, that's resolved. Everything's good. Oh no, that's good. Start saying everything's good and great. You know what I mean? Like, shift the energy of the top of whatever she's talking about. I'm learning self-love. You are really helpful. Oh, I love that, big guy. I love hearing that. Aww. Yeah, so whenever she says anything, just say, that's good. Just be very light about it. Be very calm, Linda. And no, everything's great. Everything's good. Aww. And eventually there's going to be no point for you to go if things are really good in your life, Linda, and you're feeling stable, you're allowed to stop going, right? You can say, I'm good. Things are good. At least it's only once a month, Linda. So now, like, if you go one more time and you're like, I don't need this anymore, I'm telling you, you'll be pushed right out of that situation if it's not serving you. Okay, it's on the phone. It's on the phone. Of course, baseball curve. So when it comes to, like, Ella, those types of things in our lives, when we attract things in our lives like that, it upsets us, right? Don't worry about the story. Don't start saying, oh, they cheated, they did, because the story really doesn't matter. So it's understanding, like, how this reality works, right? And it's just a belief system within you that doesn't serve you anymore. So it's like we attract these situations into our life based on us, on where we are at, right? So drop the story of, like, the cheater and all that, because then you just keep kind of recreating that in your reality. Just know, whatever that may be, whether it be with that person or even other people, you're now moving towards best and better. So anytime anything shows up, a topic where, oh my God, they cheated on me, or they hurt me, or they did that, you just get calm and you relax. That's just a limiting belief. That's just a story. It doesn't serve you anymore. Get quiet, release that. That's what's going to move you towards better relationships, to where you don't experience that in your reality anymore. It's just a story. It's just a story, right? But now that you know this information, and now you know you're going to move towards best and better, and how this kind of works to a degree, and I would ask you, and anyone else that's jumping on here, guys, if you're new to this kind of understanding of how like things work and how our thoughts manifest, please watch my my videos on YouTube, all my lives. Go back and watch some of those. And manifest properly on here is good too. So just to like, because when you're new to this kind of stuff, to understanding that your beliefs are what create your reality, your thoughts, beliefs, all that, you know that you're not going to keep experiencing this stuff in your reality, like, oh, they're a cheater, or they cheated on me, and you'll get how easy this is. Anything that doesn't feel good, like if someone cheated on you, that's just a limitation. That's something within me that needs to be released, right? And all I got to do is stay calm and know I'm moving towards best and better now. And focus on me and feeling good on my own and all those types of things. It's really not about the other person. It's real. They're actually serving you. I know. It's like this person who cheated on me serving me. Yes. Yes. It's helping you because the story doesn't matter. It's helping you release things that don't serve you. So now you can move towards best and better. Whether it be with that person, that's a decision that, you get to make, or somebody new and a brand new healthy relationship, right? But it's all about you. It all comes back to you, which to me, again, makes this easy. Makes it easy, right? We're not blaming anyone. It's nobody outside of, it's not their fault, right? They're just showing up based on your belief systems. People, places, and things are showing up based on your belief systems. That's what you could call attraction. It's not really attraction because everything's here and now, but it's easy to explain it that way. Like, based on my belief systems, I am attracting this situation into my life, right? This experience into my life. And if this experience doesn't feel good, don't make it about the person, place, or thing. It's the limiting belief behind it. I know it's a little deep sometimes to understand this if you're new to this. It's the limiting belief behind it. And all I got to do is get calm and quiet and release that limiting belief, and I'll be moved to best and better. I feel like the people in my life don't want to hear how happy I am. So that's a limiting belief. That's a limiting belief. Because the more, Teresa, you focus on yourself, you really could give a crap what people think. If you're happy, you're happy. Listen, nobody knows what I like. I mean, they might watch me, but no one in my circle, family, and I have a huge family, talks to me about what I do, with this stuff. Nobody. But I still go around, I love them. I hang around them, we laugh, we have a good time. I mean, I don't think anybody's jealous of me or doesn't want me to be happy. That's a belief. That's a story that you're telling yourself, right? The more you feel good on your own, the more you are just happy in your own skin, you're not gonna ever think that way. You're never gonna think that way. So just release that limiting belief. Stay calm around when that pops up. It's just another story. It's just another limitation. Does that make sense? Yeah, so that's good for you, Ella. So now you get to focus on you now and feel good on your own and do the practices that I say, right? Really just being your own best friend, honestly, being your own best friend. And you will bring in such an amazing, healthy relationship. I recommend, honestly, personally, not dating. I think it's good to stay away from all that. Just let it show up. It'll show up. We don't, like, I just have no interest in that anyway, but that's just me personally. Been there, done that. Because you know what you want. You've been in a relationship, Ella, so you know what you don't want. You know what you do want. You just got to keep moving forward with feeling good on your own, and you will bring that in. Yeah, well, that's different. Like, Sally, for you, like, that's where you're at, right? You want to date. You want to see what's out there, right? That's where you're at. But I don't. I know it. Not saying I know what's out there, saying it's bad. I'm just not interested. I'm not. Oh, yes, you're so young, Ella. We're the same age. I'm kidding. I'm not 26, but... Akasha. What are things you can... I was like, in a day, I was reading something. What are things you can do to become your own best friend? Just do things. It's not about becoming your own best friend. Like, well, you do become your own best friend, honestly. But you're just doing things for yourself, right? You're not needing anything outside of you to feel good, right? Not needing someone or something outside of you to feel good. So it's basically just like doing these practices. That's one thing. Whenever, like, okay, I want to go out, like I go out and I get my drink. When I'm clean, it's not, you're just being with your own energy, and you're okay with being with your own energy, basically. So the more you practice non-reaction, you kind of like being with yourself. You do. Yes. Water said it. Take a bath, relax, listen to music, like, just hang out with you. By doing relaxing practices, by just doing relaxing practices, you are lessening those thoughts. You're lessening them. They're getting less and less and less the more you just relax your body. So that's non-reaction. That's what I always talk about, right? So just know it's normal. It's normal at first to have those thoughts, to have those triggers, to react to things. But the more you get back into your body and you meditate, relax your body, soften your body, you're not in your mind. And even if you do have a negative story playing out, if you're relaxing your body, it's not manifesting. It's not getting worse. It's actually dying off. So that's why, again, it's all about non-reaction, guys. It's all about non-reaction and just getting really good at non-reaction. Well, no, it's just the fact that you're so, like, this story is very dominant in your reality, right? It's a limiting belief. That's a limiting belief. So you have to be okay with where you're at in the relationship. You have to be okay with that and know you're moving towards better. But if you're not okay with that and you're like, oh my God, you're just using me and this and that, you're just creating more unfavorable. So you can move towards best and better in that type of a relationship, but you got to be okay with that and know and a lot of people can't. That's why breakups happen, because they're so focused on it not going the way they want. And that causes a breakup because you're creating more unfavorable. So if you can stay calm and just know you're moving towards best and better, you will. But again, you got to focus on you when it comes to a relationship. You got to have a solid foundation within. You got to be secure and stable and happy on your own. Because if you're too much needing this person to feel good, you're just going to keep recreating that. And you're going to not have that healthy relationship that you desire, the relationship that you deserve, right? How can we know if it's our intuition or fear whispering? I would not even worry about that, Ella, because even me, I've always considered myself very intuitive, like all throughout my life, and I still didn't know at first. You got to practice meditation for a little bit, relaxing for a while, and it just starts to happen. You know how you're going to know, Ella? I'll tell you how you guys, you want to know how you're going to know? Things are just going to start to flow. Things are just going to start to come in very naturally. So you don't even have to know if it's my intuition or fear, because anything fear-based doesn't feel good, point blank. Anything fear-based does not feel good. That's not your intuition, right? So just know the more you do these practices, it just starts to flow. It starts to be natural. Like, you're not going to hear a voice or whatever people say. Like, yeah, maybe some people do. But it's more of like you go within, you stay calm, you make the best of this moment, and you just keep getting led to more and better and better. Don't react to the 3D because everything is created within us. Exactly, April, exactly. It's all within, and it gets pushed out. I don't know why this car is like literally right next to me, and they're like facing me right now. And I don't like it. What do you think about tarot and manifesting? Yeah, so if you're being triggered by tarot, it's just like any trigger. It's a fear-based belief system. And so you're probably watching too much tarot, because you have to understand that, again, if you're not solid and stable and you're still mixed, your energy's still mixed, you're going to get all kinds of different readings, and you're going to be quick to take on something, because like I said, tarot is very straightforward. You have negative people in your life. Oh, you better be careful. Oh, there's a third party situation. Oh, they're with someone else. They're telling you that. So if you're not stable, you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to be creating more unfavorable. You're going to have them married with a baby. If let's say it's a part person, you're going to have the tarot reader is going to say, oh, there's a third party, and oh God, like you got tarot. You got to be able to be stable before you really tap into tarot, or else you're, like I said, you're just going to keep creating unfavorable. It's just like anything. It's just like anything. It can serve you if you're able to stay calm, right? So only listen to ones that are just saying you're doing great. That's my advice. There's millions of tarot readers out there. Take on the ones that say, you know what, you're doing such a good job. You are so powerful. You have come so far. Take on those ones. They're the ones you want to listen to. Does that make sense, guys? All right, I think I'm going to jump off. How long was I on here? And go home, and I'm going to go home and cook dinner. But I'll be back tomorrow, guys. Are you a gamer? A gamer as in what? Like video games? Hey, Tail. Yeah. Well, there you go, user. There you go. That's exactly, you're there to, that, like I said, move on. That's no good. I mean, if you take that on, you could take that on, and that's where you're at. And that's all within you. That's a belief system within you. So you got to be stable and secure. Like, this is what I want. This is what I'm moving towards. And if I get anything else that that doesn't resonate with me, I'm able to say, nah, that doesn't work, and keep scrolling. But when you're not secure yet, you take that on so easily. You take on other people's belief systems that really are not good belief systems, right? People are very convincing out there. That's why you really want to quiet your world. You really want to go within, and you really want to practice non-reaction, being your own source of happiness, feeling good on your own. You really want to do those practices for a little bit before you're like listening. You don't have to research anything. You can step away from all of that once you know this. You're only practicing non-reaction. You're only being your own source of happiness. It's all you're ever doing. You don't have to do anything now. You know what you want, and the more you release fear-based belief systems and limiting beliefs around those things, because that's all you're doing, you're a magnet for them. They'll come right to you. You don't got to do nothing. You don't got to lift a finger. That's how easy this is. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow, probably kind of around the same time-ish. I think I'm kind of picking up a little bit of a routine. I'm trying to. And I'm going to post yesterday's live when I get home on YouTube. So you can check that out on YouTube. And then this one I'll post tomorrow. I do want to stick with that and keep these going for you guys. So, all right, everybody, have a great rest of the day. Love you guys. Kennedy, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Eve, Kennedy. Love you guys. Oh, we gotta do something. Tomorrow's her birthday. Love you guys. Bye.